Hi, I'm Matt Craven, CEO and founder of the CV and Interview Advisors. We've been helping professionals and executives to grow their careers for the last 17 years, working one-to-one with over 20,000 people, delivering our advice to close to 1 million people now in 70 countries around the world. So how much does a professional CV cost? Well, what we're going to do here is break this down into tiers. So as with most industries, there are levels. There are levels of ranging from cheap and cheerful to ultra high level and everything in between. Typically what you have within the CV writing industry is your starting point is what we call CV editing, where an organization will charge you anywhere between maybe 50 and £100, and for that they'll take your CV and they will edit it. They'll maybe refine the wording, tidy it up, make it look a little bit prettier, bring it into a modern day format, and that's what you can expect for that kind of a fee. I'm not even going to entertain anything that costs less than that, and let me explain why. So as we sit here right now, I'm nearly 50. When I was 21, I left university. And the first thing I did was I wrote myself a CV, and I hand wrote it. And I took it to a secretarial services organisation in my local town, and they typed it up for me and printed me off 10 copies. That cost £38, however many years ago that was. So we shouldn't even entertain anything that's going to cost less than £50 because you're not going to get anything for that. It's just a complete waste of time. However, you can get organisations who will do a pretty decent tidy up, if that's what you're looking for, of your CV for somewhere between £50 and £100. Of course, the devil's in the detail. If most people haven't got to a point where the content of their CV is sufficiently strong to be so worried about just the wording and formatting. It's the content of your CV that's going to be the difference between getting an interview or not. It's not a question of just filling out some boxes, populating it with information, making it look pretty, making sure there's no spelling errors. That's not going to get you an interview. What's going to get you an interview is proving that you have the skills, the knowledge, the experience, and the track record aligned with the requirements of the role. That will get you an interview. So it's about what you write, not just how you write it, but of course how you write it's very important as well. Now, if we go up to the next tier, you kind of got the organisations that might charge somewhere between 100 and 175, maybe £200. They might ask you to fill out a questionnaire. From that information, they'll build you a new CV. Nothing wrong with that service at all. Still pretty cheap and cheerful. It's going to be up to you as to what information that you furnish them with. The CV will reflect the quality and relevance of the information that you furnish them with, but nevertheless, that can work quite well. Above that level, sort of the £200 to £350 mark, that's when you might have some dialogue and some one-to-one interaction with a personal branding specialist, a career coach, a CV writer, whatever you want to call them. And they're going to be talking to you about your career, pushing, probing, challenging, extracting information, and trying to direct the content of your CV. And then once they've got the good content, then we'll worry about the layout, the style of writing, the quality of writing, and the formatting and all that kind of stuff. Above that level, the sort of 350 upwards mark, that could go anywhere up to sort of £1,500, is where you start working with people who might have a specialist knowledge of what you do. So it could be people who operate at the executive end of the market, or people that operate in a very specific sector, such as maritime or something that's a little bit, specialist. And that's where you'll pay a premium to work with somebody who is very well aligned and well tuned with what you do. if you're a C-level executive, you're probably going to be you need to work with somebody that really understands the executive end of the market. They've either been an executive themselves, or maybe they've been an executive headhunter, or they've had a lot of interaction and experience of working with people at that level. Maybe they're an executive career coach, for example, and of course that comes with a premium. So that's a very quick whirlwind tour really of how the CV writing industry works and the different price points that exist within it.